Hi again. We've been talking about developing software for Howler, and we've talked about some of the more significant classes that are available for programming with, such as the drawing class and some of those. Um, we're kind of getting towards the end of it now, and kind of covering some of the more little specific details. There are still a few things we need to talk about, like working with animations and stuff like that. But before we go on, I need to cover um, for our own our own documentation here. I need to cover a few little details. There's we've pretty much been isolated from constructs, Windows constructs like device context and that sort of thing, and all that up to this point. That was mostly handled by the drawing class for us. But there are times when you need to work with the device context. Howler does not use them internally. Um, except for work internally we use them for the GUI and that sort of thing, but not really for drawing directly in Howler. So although with these new classes, there are some of the classes that use a hardware device context. So I'm going to show you how to create one on the fly, and just like the other things, we enclose it in a begin and end pair of function calls. So let's look at the image class uses a hardware device context, so we'll look at that as well. So let's go to declare a variable h as new VBHDC class, and that will let us create a device context. We'll do h dot begin DC, and we'll finish with the same thing, end DC. Everything in between this point here will have access to a device context. Just be sure to use that begin and end pair. And remember, there's also going to be a little bit of a performance hit here, so you won't want these in your inner loops. You want to put these on your outer loops or somewhere else, have them global or something, whatever. Just not in the inner loops. So just be aware of that. So let's take a look also at the image class, like I said. So mi as new VB picture. Actually, it's a picture class. This is sort of a sprite class for blending things onto the screen. It'll load images, that sort of thing. So let's see what we can do with that. Uh, I dot. Let's see. We can load a picture. Uh, give it a fully qualified path name. Remember, this is going to be seeing from the folder that Howler sees. It's not necessarily the folder we happen to be in. That will be the default path that it's going to look in. So give it the fully qualified name there. Let's see. That loads a picture. And there's other things we can do with that. Let's see. We can draw it. Let's see. We can get copies of the bytes that make up the image. We can fetch the width and height of this image we loaded. That sort of thing. But the main thing in here is we're going to want to blend it to the screen, scaling it maybe and that sort of thing. So let's put that inside the begin and end pair. Remember, we already started this begin and end pair with the device context, and this begin draw is going to want a device context, so we have to look that up. So we'll go to h dot get HDC, and that'll get that for us. And all we have to do then is, let's see, I think draw it might do the trick. Give it some coordinates. Let's see. And in interpolation mode, just do the bicubic. Let's see. Not sure what that was, but let's see. And we need to end that as well. All right, so let me clear this. This just to prove that this works or not. Hit run, and there it is. That actually drew that. Just to prove it, I'll make it bigger, like 5,000, and run it. It's really stretched. Okay, so that shows that it works. We're getting this device context from this VBHDC class. To actually get the copy of the device context, we call h dot get HDC. And the I class, this I is a VB picture class. It's sort of a sprite class. It loads images. lets you blend them on the screen and place them anywhere you really want them on the screen and that kind of thing. There are a few other things you can do with it, like get the image size and that sort of thing if you need it, and there might be some other things in there as well. So that's basically it. There are a few other classes that use the device context. Um, Previously, we had drawn a vector graphic using the drawing object, but there is also a class for doing that that doesn't go through the drawing class, and that uses a device context, and there are probably a few others. So be aware that we can do that. And that's about it for now. I think next up we need to cover working with animations. Maybe it would be a good idea. So talk to you then, I guess. So thanks for watching.